Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoy this content, please leave a like on your way out and that will help spread the message to those who need to hear it. Thank you very much. So, when I go into the Akashic records, I'm never seeking specific things. What I do is I go into the records and I say, higher self, show me what I need to see. Or I will say, higher self, tell me what I need to know. And I have developed my sensory system in the multidimensional space to the point where I can go almost anywhere after that point. So sometimes I will need a better understanding of myself and why I'm behaving the way I am, and the higher self will take me into a past life, and we'll go through the process of healing, clearing, or recalling whatever is seen there. Sometimes I will go into a visual and I will have to decode the symbols that are being seen there, and that is where the message is. Or I'll go into the Akashic records, ask for the information that I need, and the higher self will call forward an ambassador to have a discussion with me. So that can be a member of the Galactic Federation of Light, that can be a Pleiadian, that can be one of my cosmic selves, it can be an archangel, it can be a version of me from a past life. So there's really no way for me to know, and that's why we enter that space and we leave it open-ended for those who have the overview to decide, and who actually know what we need to see and how to get us to see it. So I went into the Akashic records and I was able to communicate with an ambassador from the Galactic Federation of Light, and they gave me a few things to be aware of in the months to come. Sometimes the information I get is meant for the collective, sometimes it's about what's going on energetically, sometimes it's about what the old soul should do to make an impact during this shift, and how to navigate the energies the way that we need to do this work comfortably. And the message was given, old souls need to face the leap. And I thought that was interesting because, it didn't say old souls need to take the leap. It said old souls need to face the leap. And what this means is, like I know, old souls are purpose driven. We are motivated by the pursuit of creation and manifestation. And we're remembering from our experience in our records different ways that we're able to do that. So old souls have something they're meant to do, a seed planted by the guides that is going to test your beliefs, test your worthiness, and put you in a position where you have to overcome all of your density in order to achieve that vision that you've been blessed with. So I'm taken back to a story that came from Kryon many years ago. The story of a light worker at the ledge of a cliff being asked to take a leap, but they don't have wings yet, so they don't do it. And Spirit says to them, your wings are not going to come until you take that leap. So this is a little different. We are being asked at this time to evaluate what that leap is and determine or identify what is preventing us from taking it. Spirit wants you to show up and face that leap into the unknown, fully embodying and remembering who you are and what you're capable of, and watch that leap shrink in front of you. There's nothing you can't achieve, there's nothing you can't overcome, and there's nothing that you are not worthy of receiving in this universal space. And here's the thing about that leap. It is one of many, but it is an initial leap into something that you need to take in order to navigate the other leaps you're going to be asked to take appropriately and comfortably. The difference is, after that initial leap into whatever it is you want to do that you've been afraid to do, or that you're concerned you're not wise enough to do, is that everything after is going to be easier because you've taken a leap and you've seen the trust and you've seen the support system come through for you. So it's silly to hesitate at that initial leap when you have so many others to look forward to. So keep that in mind. Light workers need to be busy creating. Light workers at this time should not be getting bored. They should always be pressing the issue and putting themselves in a situation where they're afraid. Because usually, when you're afraid, you're growing. When you're doing something that scares you, you are upgrading and developing. There's a reason the Creator has put everything good in this life on the other side of fear. You're one to go to that other side and tell others that it's safe. That is your job here. And I know a lot of you, as this year has began, are going through a lot of cellular upgrades that have you energetically drained. There's not a lot of passion, there's not a lot of motivation to draw from to begin the process of manifestation. But for the most part, Spirit is really happy with the way we've handled it, and they're expecting training wheels to be completely off as the year continues. So that drain and that fatigue you're feeling is partially your own development and your own growth, but you are also being pushed and pulled by what's going on in consciousness very heavily. We have a lot of confused individuals running around the planet right now who are no longer being sucked into the divide and conquer tactics. When divide and conquer won't work is when unity consciousness flourishes and comes into being. That will happen when the divide part no longer works, and we're getting there. But right now, a lot of souls are processing the fact that their reality and those who they trusted to structure their reality may have not had their best interest in mind. And, I've been taken back to the metaphor over and over again. Little story for you. When I was a little boy, I had a little TV in the basement, and that's where I went to get away from my brothers and sisters and just be alone, like old souls like to do. So I would flip through the channels, and I found professional wrestling, and I fell in love with it. It was very exciting for me. It was theater, it was entertainment, and you get caught up in, this side believes in one thing, this side believes in another thing, and they're fighting because of it, but I'm on this side. And then you go down this path for years and years and years, and then you start to realize maybe these individuals are not really at odds with each other the way that I thought they were before. Or maybe what's going on is scripted, and behind the scenes, these people that are pretending to hate each other are actually, shaking hands and having drinks with each other and having a good laugh. Well, that's where a lot of people are right now. They are seeing actors, literal actors in leadership positions, and individuals who are in positions of power simply for their ability to follow orders and read from the script that they're given. Very obvious. And what that's going to do is create a lot of confusion for a lot of people, and that's where you come in. There is going to be a collective integration of unity consciousness when the division tactics no longer work, and they need light workers out in the open, shining for everybody to see, who can say, this is what's happening, and we've actually been working on this and preparing for this for decades. Without that pressure release, society will really spiral into a place that is not very good. So your reason for being here is purposeful. Your reason for waking up is strategic and has meaning. And chances are you feel like you don't really know what you're doing, or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But in reality, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're doing it as beautifully and as elegantly as a soul can do it. If you were to break down the veil and have a direct communication with your guides, a direct conversation with the guides. And if you were to say to those guides, what should I be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? They would look at you funny and they would say, why are you asking us? Number one, you probably already know what you're supposed to be doing. Number two, you should just go and actually do that thing. Stop cramming information and trying to figure everything out before you do it. And number three, you're the one here to create the universe, not us. The guides are never going to step in your shoes and from point A to point B construct or create something for you. You're the creator. You are in this vessel right now creating a universe that is unique to your perspective, that universally has never existed before. Your reason for being here and your divine mission is to co-create the universe. And you've been given the free will and the resources that you need to do that. But here's another thing that's being asked of you. We are being asked to lose judgment of ourselves, of events happening on the planet and the others who are involved in it. We need to drop the concept of good and bad and understand that the creator is behind the wheel 100% of the time in this reality. And there is some idea that there's this darkness running around that the creator can't get control of, which is absolutely silly. All of the darkness that we see on this planet is in service to the light. All aspects of darkness who are participating in this separation experiment are aspects of the creator. Even in separation, the creator has been the one the entire time moving the pieces on the board, creating a unique humanity who will evolve and be a beacon of light for everything else that comes in the galaxy and in the universe. So what does that mean? The creator's in control of this reality and has been from start to finish. That means that your judgment and my judgment of what this is not really required. Observe what's going on here, see the energies at work from a higher perspective, and sit back, eat your popcorn, and enjoy the show as everything that we've been working so hard for comes to the surface for everybody else to see and experience. It's what we have been yearning for so long. If we could hold the door open just a little bit for the people of this planet to get a glimpse at their divinity and how special they are, if we're able to do that in assistance to the creator just a little bit, it's mission accomplished. When judgment disappears, your worthiness goes up. And that's just kind of the way it is. If you, sitting in front of your screen, listening to me right now, was to suddenly have the veil of illusion break down around you and humanity got a look at who you really were, they would worship you and create religion around you and idolize you for thousands of years to come. And that goes for any individual on this planet. If for some reason there was a breakdown in the illusion and they were seen for who they really are, regardless of what their earth circumstance is, that being, that individual would be revered for the duration of humanity. That's what we're looking for collectively. We're looking for the human collective to slow down, see who it really is, and then manifest with that knowledge appropriately. So don't judge humanity while we grow. Don't judge humanity as we stumble and get back up and continue pressing forward. Don't judge yourself for the same things either, because just like the Creator is in control of humanity, always has been and always will be, the Creator is orchestrating everything in your life just the way that it is, and there is not a being in existence in any dimension who wouldn't die for the opportunity to be in your shoes on the earth. Anyway, I hope that information helps you, and I know that things have been dense. Things have been really dense, but we are slowly and surely getting to where we need to be, and the ones with the eyes to see are enjoying everything that's going on with humanity, because we've seen it before. We understand how special this place is, and we are very excited to be a part of it. Thank you very much, you guys. I will